Antweil of the Somerset Patriots. Matt, you're drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays in the 2004 MLB draft. Spent the first 6 years of your career in their organization. As a 19-year-old kid joining the Princeton Rays, what adjustments do you remember having to make to transition to becoming a professional baseball player?
It was a huge adjustment, you know, especially for me coming out of high school and then going to one-year community college and still having that kind of feel of being one of the top players, you know, in my state or in college or high school or wherever, going into the professional life to where everybody is exactly, you know, is as good as you. You know, the competition is either with you or above you, so the only way you can actually perform is if you catch up. And you know, I was just excited to get there and to experience everything and learn and do my best and see where I actually was at on that playing field.
Who were some of the coaches or teammates you had in the Rays organization that helped in your development as a player?
Man, there's a lot of people to mention. I'd like to say everybody in the Rays organization, from top to bottom, front office, you know, strength coaches and all that, had a huge part to play. You know, especially with helping me with my defense. Jimmy Hoff was one of the key guys that actually helped me with my infielding at first base and my footwork and stuff like that, just knowing the right moves to make and, you know, using the whole bag and having soft hands and just making sure that I was always in a good position to field the ball. And man, hitting wise, I had a lot of hitting instructors, so a lot of different stances and a lot of different information going in and out. But truthfully, as a hitter, you know, you can get help and you can take in whatever you hear or whatever works at the time, but for the most part, it's all about you and what you feel comfortable with. You know, and for me, there's a lot of changes throughout my career, my swing, and I didn't realize until recently, later on in my career, that it's really simple. You know, you just see the ball, hit the ball, but at the same time, you have to learn your own process, like what's your favorite pitch, what you don't like, what you do like, just pros and cons, and from there, just continue to go, you know, and continue to grow and keep working on your strengths and also your weaknesses. So just always working hard and trying to get better every day.
And in 2011, 2012, you signed with the Southern Illinois Miners in the Frontier League. What led to that decision to go over there and play independent ball? And what was your approach joining independent ball? Because you've only played affiliated ball before that.
Man, it was simple. I love baseball, and at the time I didn't have a chance, you know, to go and play affiliate ball, and I was presented with the opportunity to go there and play, and I told him I'm all in, because at that time, like, baseball was my first love, and it's always been my first love, and I wasn't ready to be, you know, done, and I believe I can still play, and hopefully going through independent ball can help me get back to affiliate ball. So, you know, that was a necessary step. Plus, it also brought back the feeling of having fun again. You know, for me, when I'm at my best is when I'm playing like a big kid. You know, like those childhood memories on the playground when you go to Little League games. It's not necessarily all about winning. You know, it's just being out there with all your friends and enjoying the game and just love what you do. And truthfully, if you see some of those big leaguers up there like Miguel Cabrera, you know, King Griffey Jr., some of the greats, they play the game as though they're big kids. And I think we lose sight of that once we get involved in the business side. And, you know, it's not just affiliate ball; it's even independent ball. So, in order for you to survive and to be sane, you have to always go in with that mindset. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to be a big kid, and I'm just going to enjoy myself, because you never know when your time's going to be up.
During that 2012 season, the Kansas City Royals signed you. How satisfying was that when you heard Kansas City wanted to sign you after 2 years in the Frontier League?
Man, it was a breath of fresh air. I literally thought my coach was lying to me. Because they all brought me in the office, and the first thing he's like, I got good news, I got bad news. I was like, oh man. I was like, all right, well, give me the bad news first. He goes, you're not playing today. I was like, what? I was like, what did I do? Like, what are you talking about, I'm not playing today? Like, I want to play.
Yeah.
He goes, you want to hear the good news? I was like, yeah, sure. What's the good news? He goes, you just got, you know, an offer from the Kansas City Royals to go to their high A team in Wilmington, you know, Delaware. And I was like, I looked around. I was shocked at first. I was like, are you playing with me right now? Is this a joke? He goes, no, like, we're dead serious. He's like, what do you want to do? Like, I'm giving you the opportunity to shoot what you want to do. I'm like, what do you think I want to do? I want to go play. He goes, okay then. He's like, here's the number, you know, call Scott Sharp, and they'll get everything set up, and, you know, congratulations. So, you know, that was a huge thing. Because after that, I gave everybody hugs and, you know, was happy. I walked out the locker room, I called my mom, And I remember literally calling her, and then she answered, and I said, "Hey, Mom, guess what?" She goes, "What?" I was like, "I just got picked back up again." And I remember shedding some tears. I mean, for me, it was that was gonna be my last year. I went into 2012 saying I was gonna retire no matter what. Like if I didn't get picked up, I was done. Like, just gonna have fun, see what happens. And when you have faith in what God has in store for you, the way He has planned, everything kind of works out for itself. You don't necessarily worry about anything. And I'm blessed, man. Like it was a blessing.
In 2014, you played with the Omaha Storm Chasers, the Royals AAA affiliate. The Storm Chasers won the AAA championship that year.
Yes.
What was that experience being part of a championship team?
It was amazing. Like that's definitely gonna go down in history for me as one of the most memorable times in my life. Just because it's a game that I actually love to play and enjoy so much, and I give my heart and soul to it. And the fact that I did that on that level. Or that I won't say that I did that, but me and my teammates, we all did that on that level. It was I can't even explain how much of a pleasure that was. Especially just knowing everything you went through the whole season with all those guys and all the ups and downs, the struggles, everything. And I still remember the last play of the game, line drive right. As soon as Ivan caught it, it kicked in, it set in. That we literally just, won the national championship. And it was my first year in AAA, so I'd never experienced something like that in my life. And, man, my wife was there, so I got to, share that with her. That was something that we both got to share together, being newly married, so that was very exciting. And, I don't know, like that season is always going to be one of my top seasons in my career. So I'm definitely not going to forget it.
The Royals were in the World Series that year as well, so it must have just been a
time
to be a Royals.
It was a good year, man. A lot of support. The fans are amazing, up and down throughout the organization. Of course, in the big leagues, So it's a great organization. It's a nice organization.
You began the year again with Omaha before being released and signing with Diamondbacks. Played a few games at their AA affiliate team before being released there. And I believe you announced your retirement after getting released by Arizona. So why at the time did you think that was time to retire, and what led to your decision to play professional baseball?
I think just at that time, the being released by being released by Kansas City, and kind of feeling a certain type of way about that, and then also going to Arizona where I felt like it was a breath of fresh air, like everything was more laid back. I got to keep my facial hair for once, pants down one time, it's a new experience. So I was going in with an open heart, like, oh man, I'm going to get a chance to actually do something here and contribute and help. And, I played a few games, and unfortunately, got put on the family deal and ended up getting released. And, 2 releases I've never experienced anything like this in my career, especially during the season. So being released twice, I just, my mind was all over the place. I couldn't necessarily concentrate on what I wanted to do. I've been battling whether or not I'm going to continue to play or start my new journey with my wife and figure out what I'm going to do from there. Because one day I'm going to have a family and I want to be around in order to be a big part of that. So I don't know. I think I just needed the time to kind of think. And when I went home, it was pretty funny because I went home and. My wife, first day I get there, are you sure you don't want to play no more? Like, just every day. Every day. I was home for a month. Are you sure you don't want to play no more? Are you sure you don't want to play no more? I was like, man, what? Do you not want me around? Like, do you not want me here with you? She was like, no, that's not even it. I want you, of course I want you here, but I believe in you. Like, you still have so much talent left. And I know you can make it to the big leagues. And for me, I besides my family, like my mom and my family telling me that all the time, which I 110% support. I love them for it. Thank you, Mom. But having someone, my other half, someone that I plan to spend the rest of my life with, tell me to go back and do something I love to do, and not want me to change for her and for what's going on. That it was weird. Like, I've never had that. You can ask any baseball player to this day right now. Hey, what does your wife say? Like, most of their wives want them to come home. So it's like the flip side. So when I got hit with that, I was in shock. and I had some time to think about it. I went to a practice to help coach, and was dealing with some kids, some high school kids, and just helping them kind of made things kind of clear for me because I was coaching the first baseman, and then we had like a little hit off, like a hitting competition at the end. And so I was hitting, and I was like, man, I still got it. I haven't picked up any bat, but I was just kind of joking around, wasn't necessarily taking it serious. And I went home, and Big John literally texted me and was like, hey, what's up? You still interested? And I talked to my wife one more time, and I told her, hey, this would probably be a good situation for us right now, just because we're trying to do some things, and this would help us kind of get to where we need to be. And next thing you know, I was on the phone with Big John Monday. Made the deal on Monday, flew out Tuesday. So it was everything was so fast, but God works in very, very, very mysterious ways. And I'm truly happy that I decided to come here and join these guys, because this is a great group of guys. I've never had so much fun, probably since independent ball in Southern New York. So I'm just happy to be here.
Final question, like you just mentioned, you signed with the Patriots a couple weeks ago. What are some of the goals you want to accomplish in Somerset, especially playing for a championship caliber team again? And what are your thoughts of playing in the Olympic League position that they offer?
Well, some of my goals are just to come and help, come and help them win the championship. That's literally why I'm here. I'm here just to do my job and lead by example and just have fun. And when you do that, everything else kind of works out for itself. And the competition here in the Atlantic League, this is AAA ex-big league caliber players. There's not a joke. Half these teams could probably go into affiliate ball and play these AAA guys and pretty much beat them. It's that good. So just because we're here and they're there doesn't mean anything, because there's plenty of guys in this league, I believe, that should have a shot right now somewhere. And it's just just the roll of the dice, But as long as they keep playing, they keep fighting, and keep having fun, man, you never know what can happen. So it's only, one phone call away, you never know. Something could go down and you're right back to where you really want to be. As long as you have that joy and that young spirit in your heart, man, literally anything's possible. I believe that truly. And of course, let God lead you in whatever direction you really want to go, and just have faith that He's going to lead you in the right direction.